manner until it's at least 90% full. You want to stop at that point. And what's the reading on your syringe, Christine?
We're about 3 milliliters left.
Right, so you delivered 17 milliliters. This particular cartridge holds exactly 18. Most will hold 14 to 18 milliliters of ink. You then want to move your bottle out of the way and get it away from you and recap it. I want to point to the little circle right in the middle. If you watched our cartridge nomenclature video, you will have been described what this little circle is really all about. But once you fill this cartridge, it is not ready for install on a first time loading because the internals of this cartridge have not been primed. There is no ink flow through this cartridge yet. You have filled the main body reservoir but not the ink supply system. So we need to prime this cartridge the first time. First thing you want to do is cap your fill port. And then the second thing you want to do is puncture the valve seal over the valve. You can use one of our needle tips, or you can quickly install it and remove it into the printer. And once that's punctured, that plastic's a little tougher than you think it is. You can't poke through it with a paper clip. And all we're going to use to prime this cartridge is a paper clip to lift the valve and also supply an air source to the airport system of this cartridge. So there are several ways you can do it. One is by mouth, believe it or not, a quick blast of air through the airport. Or you can trim a syringe and apply a syringe directly to the port. If you affix the syringe tightly to the airport, you can actually hold the cartridge assembly by the syringe. And move your hands up and get your hand on the plunger. You will then lift the valve underneath the cartridge with the paper clip. And once you do so, apply air to this cartridge. Hold that cartridge square to the camera, please. Square to the camera. And apply your air source and prime the inside delivery system of this cartridge. Go ahead and apply a little air source to it, Christine. And now lift the valve. Christine, let me help you. Can you step back, please? What you're looking for is full ink in the circle area. You may get a little ink on your hands. And once you're done, you will notice the level is dropped inside the reservoir. And then also the little circle is from 50 to 85% full. You also know that you primed the inside of this cartridge, the delivery pathway from the bottom of the cartridge to the circle, through the filter, and out the valve. So you now have inks at the ready on a gravity-filled cartridge. As long as you do not run the inks in this cartridge completely dry, you will not have to do this procedure again. You can leave this cartridge installed in the printer and refill it in the printer as long as you do not run it dry. Your best way of determining how much ink you have consumed is by refilling the cartridge. On a typical gravity cartridge holding 18 mils, typical refill amounts from 8 to 12 milliliters would be a good target to try and hit. That would leave you with about 6 milliliters in the cartridge. You'll never have to reprime it this way. If you're hitting numbers like 3 to 5 milliliters, you're refilling way too often. Try to